What's up YouTube? This is GalacticGod and I'm coming at you today with another one of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Top 5s. Now in today's video I want to talk about the top 5 changes that I hope Konami makes on the next Forbidden/Limited list. I'm going to go ahead and get things started with the number 5 card, and that being the Spellbook of Fate. Now one time the Prophecy archetype was extremely popular and very deadly within the TCG. In fact, the only rival that it had during its time was the Dragon Rulers. But those days have long since passed, and Prophecy has definitely declined down the tier list. And I believe that bumping Spellbook of Fate from 1 copy per deck up to 2 will definitely give it the boost that it needs. Will it be enough to get it back to tier 1 status? Probably not. And if it can't even do that, then what's the harm of having it back? Coming in at the number 4 spot is everyone's favorite cup of noodle cards. I'm talking about Insta-Fusion. Now something definitely needs to be done before the new Mega Tins are released. Once we get the Elder God Node in here in the TCG, he's going to be pretty unstoppable. And since they're probably not going to hit that card right away, the next best thing would be to limit Insta-Fusion down to 1. I think this will definitely make Elder God Nodin's impact to the meta much more manageable and definitely better on the player base. Coming in at the number 3 spot is everyone's favorite OTK enabler, Cyberstein. So for what seems like years now, the OCG has had this card at 3 copies per deck, and miraculously, it has not destroyed the meta over there. With that said, I really don't see the point of keeping it forbidden here in the TCG. Now even though I definitely hate seeing OTKs or FTKs in the meta, I just don't think that this one would be consistent enough to be such a viable threat that you're going to see it over and over again whenever you go to like a YCS or ARG type of event. That said, I think it is finally time for Cyberstein to return to us. Coming in at the number 2 spot is probably one of the only libraries many duelists see, and that's Royal Magical Library. Now this is definitely the card that allows Chicken Game to go off, and one that I think needs to be placed on the forbidden list. But not only that, it's really the cause of way too many OTKs. With this card gone, maybe even cards like Butterfly Dagger Elma could be returned to us, which has been placed on the forbidden list since the very first one. To me, there is no real downside to getting rid of this card, as usually the only type of decks that use it are very trolly ones, and that's just no good for the game. Finally, coming at the number 1 spot is a card that should surprise no one. I'm talking about Elemental Hero, Stratos. For too long, Hero players have been crying to get this card back. It seems like every time a new Forbidden/Limited list is about to be revealed to us, Hero players start to get their hopes up. They start to dream, they start to pray, they want their Stratos back, and realistically I have no idea why Konami is still keeping it from them, other than the fact that they just love trolling Hero players. So hopefully with any luck, their time has finally come, and Stratos will once again be returned to the player base. Alright YouTube, and there you have it. Those were my picks for the top 5 changes that I hope Konami makes on the next Forbidden/Limited list. Now of course, they may differ from the choices that you would have had, so I encourage you to let me know what your top 5 changes would be down in the comment section below. And I guess that's it for now. This is GalacticGod, out.